The Sveshtari tomb is a Thracian cult complex located in northeastern Bulgaria, Razgrad district, Sveshtari municipality, 2.5 kilometers southwest of the village of Sveshtari, Turkish, Mumjilar. 42 kilometers northeast of Razgrad. The tomb is a UNESCO World Cultural and Natural Heritage Site and is among the 100 national tourist sites. It was discovered at the end of August 1982 during the excavation of the High Janina Mound near the village. The discovery became an archaeological sensation. The leader of the excavations is Associate Professor Maria Chichikova, who works together with Dr. Totyu Ivanov. It represents a Thracian Hellenistic tomb from the first half of the 3rd century BC. This is a royal tomb in which the Ghetan ruler Dromaeotes is probably buried. It is built of smoothly dressed stone blocks of soft limestone. On November 7, 2012, in the western half of the mound, at a depth of 8 meters from the surface, a cavity was discovered, an imprint of a wooden box measuring 50 by 50 centimeters. In it were placed a set of women's ornaments, diadem with sculptured images of fantastic creatures with lion bodies and female heads, and bust leading a procession of lions and panthers. 4 spiral bracelets and a gold ring with relief of Eros, a set of over 200 horse harness appliques, a head with a protome of a horse, round appliques with Athena's head, others with plant motifs. With women's heads, half cylindrical and other fine filigree or enamel appliques, as well as hundreds of miniature round and cylindrical beads. Numerous gold threads were also found belonging to a gold-woven cloth which had been laid down as a third gift. The casket was placed in the embankment of the mound at a stage of its filling. As a gift accompanying the soul of the buried Ghetan ruler, probably Kotila, known as an ally of Philip II of Macedon in their common struggle against the Scythians from 339 BC. The priest's tomb consists of a corridor and 3 square chambers, a vestibule, a side room and a burial chamber, covered by a semi-cylindrical vault. The entrance is decorated with columns with Ionic capitals, and above them lies a slab with a relief frieze of stylized ox heads, rosettes and garlands. The walls of the burial chamber are shaped like a colonnade with columns attached to the wall. The blocks under the arch are also supported by 10 caryatids, female figures. They are standing with raised arms and are 1.20 meters tall. They are dressed in long, finely draped, sleeveless clothes, belted under the chest. The hem of the garments is heavily hemmed and shaped like an inverted calyx of a flower. Their curly hair falls down on their shoulders. And on their heads they have a kind of basket called a kalathos. Hair, faces and clothes were dyed. Dark brown paint was preserved on them. From the statues of the caryatids and from the scene painted in the lunette under the arch, it is clear that neither the sculptors nor the painters managed to finish their work. These details indicate that the ruler for whom the tomb was intended died suddenly. The hands of some of the caryatids are crudely carved, and the drawing is only outlined in black chalk. Offerings and sacrifices were probably placed on the side of the entrance to the room. Everything made of precious metals was looted in ancient times. The exposed bones of 5 horses cut down here to accompany their master in the afterlife speak of the riches locked in the tomb. 2 stone beds, human bones and grave goods were found in the burial chamber. A sculptural facade of a miniature temple stands next to one of the beds. All this shows that the deification, heroization, of the deceased ruler was imminent. The deification ritual is represented above on the semicircular wall under the vault of the burial chamber. Here the ruler is on horseback, followed by 2 squires, and opposite him is the goddess, who hands him a golden wreath, followed by 4 women with various gifts in their hands. A Latin-type Celtic fibula was also found in the burial, although all the other elements of the funeral rite are characteristic of Thrace: the step-shaped burial pit, the cremation, a dog buried on a stone with a severed head, according to the custom characteristic of the Getae. The excavated tomb at Sveshtari is not isolated. 26 mounds of different sizes have been preserved along a 2-kilometer stretch. The entire area has been declared an archaeological reserve. There is a fee to visit the tomb. In 1985, at the session of the World Cultural and Natural Heritage Committee held in Paris, France, the priest's tomb was included in the UNESCO World Cultural and Natural Heritage List. The discoverer of the golden treasure from Sveshtari, Professor Dr. Diana Gergova, is visiting the National History Museum in Bucharest. Among the most valuable exhibits on display in the museum's treasury, she recounted the beginning of her 40-year scientific challenge. The exhibition of the treasure from Sveshtari in Bucharest is the first one we are doing in our historical treasury. This fact shows how special it is for us, declared the deputy director of the Cornell Museum, Constantine Illy, in turn. The gold treasure discovered in the Great Priest's Mound is the first in 10 years to enter the fund of the National Archaeological Museum of Bulgaria. The items from the treasure are displayed in the museum's permanent exhibition for visitors.